was telling him like, you can just nut at me, girl. You can just nut at me. Like, I'm a boy, I can't get pregnant. You can nut at me, girl. It's not that big of a deal. Hold on. Hello, this is Dylan Sotelo, host of Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea podcast. How can I help you? Yeah, yeah. I did just say that I was the host of the Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea podcast, baby. Yes. We didn't have a video last week. There's a really good reason as to why. First of all, how'd you get the phone number? Was it that good Judy bitch? That fat bitch loves giving my number out to everybody and anybody if she thinks that they'll fuck me. Well, you let good Judy know to delete my fucking number off of his phone. Don't call me again. Don't text me. Don't FaceTime me. And don't ask me for any more of my snacks. All right? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea podcast with your host, Dylan Sotelo. Did you guys miss me? I really hope that you did. Like you just heard on that little phone call right there. We did go on a week hiatus. I'm so sorry, guys, but literally this whole entire episode is a debriefing on where I was and what I did. Okay, guys? So if you didn't see the story that I posted on my TikTok, the Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea TikTok, here it is right here if you're not following it yet. On my story, I had let people know that I was not going to be filming last week because I was going to LA. They took the girl out of Texas. They put her in the valley, girl. They put her in the valley and not the South Valley, the West Valley. But to be even more specific, your big girl was in Beverly Hills for some really fun things that hopefully you will see coming very, very soon. But before we get into that, let's talk about some topics that I had gotten that I had seen over the week. I don't have anything written on the cue cards today just because, girl, I was living my best fucking life in Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, California. I was not looking up topics, but you know, girl, TikTok, you find any and everything, okay? So, first thing that I want to talk about shows that I've been watching. If you haven't watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it's airing right now. Please watch it. It's too fucking good. The not this most recent episode, but the episode before last, there was a little dinner party where Amanda threw some kind of like manifestation moment and she invited some of the girls. The girls that didn't go were Kyle, Rachel, and Dorit. And although Dorit was with Kyle and Rachel in the Hamptons while this party had happened, Amanda had let everyone know that even if Dorit was in California at the moment, she was not going to invite her because she's so pissed off about something that's been going on. She just feels like Dorit's kind of how do you call it? Dorit's been kind of like bullying her and kind of like instigating fights with her, which I don't see it. I don't see it. I see Amanda being fucking annoying and Dorit kind of just like calling her out for the shit. Um, Other than that, this most recent episode, I saw that Erica. Well, okay. Before I get into Erica, Denise Richards, who was on some seasons back, she was a Real Housewife. She was the ex-wife of Charlie Sheen. He was in like a couple things. The only thing I really know that he was in was Two and a Half Men. But she's the ex-wife of Charlie Sheen. She had went on a little lunch date with Sutton and Erica because she was getting a divorce from the man that she was married to while on the show. She had let the girls know that she actually was getting abused by him physically, guys, physically. Um, and she just kind of like went into a little bit of depth there. And then within that conversation right there, Erica also let both Denise and Sutton know that she was also getting physically abused by a little guy that she was talking to, a little fleeing. So that's really, really sad, guys. Honestly, if I hope none of you guys are in that type of situation. And if you are, please, I know that it can be kind of hard to get out of things like that, but I promise you there's a way out. There's definitely a way out. Whether it be by yourself or with some help, there's always a way. And with Jesus Christ, anything is possible as well, y'all. Other than that, what else did I see over this little break that we took? Started watching a show called The Burbs. It has Kiki Palmer in it. I'm saying started watching it, I already finished it. Such a good freaking show. Apparently, it's like a spin-off of this movie that was in the 80s with Tom Hanks, and it's just about like this like kind of like utopian community, and there's like shit going down over there. But A super good show. You guys should watch it. It's on Peacock. Also watch a show called Ponies. It's about like these wives whose husbands died and they're in the FBI like back in the 70s or something like that. Super, super good. They end up being spies. They're trying to figure out how their husbands died, so on and so forth, guys. You need to watch it. It was actually really, really good. I don't give good descriptions on shows. Just watch it. Um, Another thing that I had just seen this morning, which my fingers are double crossed. I know that they say that it cancels out if you double cross your fingers. Bitch, I'm trying to lock in the manifestations. Apparently, Wendy Williams is going to be getting her show back. Apparently, after I think we talked about her what 2 episodes ago, maybe last episode. Sherry, she is her show's getting canceled on daytime television, and so I guess they're trying to fill the spot with somebody. Who else better than Wendy Wendell Bartholomew? Oh fuck, I forget everything else. It's a T.S. Madison reference, guys. I'm gonna put it in here. Other than that, another thing that I had literally seen just today, which is so ironic, but like, guys, I don't want to defend her, but like, let me defend her a little bit. I had seen an old clip resurface of Portia Williams at a church, kind of like talking, not kind of like, she was talking bad about lesbians. Lesbians. I know I got a couple lesbians watching this show. Apparently, she had went to a church. I guess somebody that's in her family owns a church. She had given a testimony, her own testimony, to how women shouldn't be gay, so on and so forth. Guys, I'll slip it in right here. Lesbians, we're supposed to be trying to save them and tell them you are worthy. Nothing usual. And so, since you are seeing that clip right there, I don't want to defend her, like I said, but guys, let me clear some air by saying Portia is a idiot, and that is with the utmost respect. That girl is dumb, dumb. Okay, dumb. She's fucking dumb. Portia Williams has also gone on like 4 different. We're on like the 4th season of Portia Williams already. Like, not the Portia Williams show, the Portia Williams life. She's had like 7 or 8 different lives already. Okay, we're on like season 4, 5, 6 of Portia Williams already. So while she probably believed that at one point, all you have to do is teach that dumbass girl like that's not right, and she's just like, oh, okay. She's just stupid, guys. Bless her heart. But other than that, guys, I want to tell you guys all about LA. Okay, so Mega, Judy, another friend, and Kelly all go to we go to Dallas on Monday, okay? We go to Dallas on Monday. We hang out with our good friend Alexa. We stayed the night at her house because she was gonna be the one that took us to the airport, okay? She was gonna take us to DFW. Okay, so we get to DFW about 3 a.m. I think we get to DFW about 3 a.m. Once we're there, we're just waiting on our flight. Might I say, we're waiting on our flights, our Spirit Airlines flight. Okay. On top of my luggage, there's a Louis bag. On top of Abdian's luggage, there's a Chanel bag. And on top of Kelly's luggage, there's another Louis Vuitton bag. Okay. So just 3 stupid bitches getting on a Spirit Airline flight with all their little designer items where they just say cute, just other little designer items getting on their budget plane. They weren't at the back of the plane, y'all. We weren't in coach. Okay, we were in premium economy. Okay, premium economy. And I don't even know if Spirit calls it that. I think they just call it more legroom. Y'all. We didn't get the big front seats though, y'all. We didn't get the big front seats. We didn't ball on that one. But so, boom, 5 a.m. Our flight takes off. It's literally a fucking black ass flight. I wanted to look out of the window and see the scenery. I live looking at the scenery. Black ass flight. We couldn't see outside world. So we end up landing in LA. 7 a.m. 7 a.m. We land 7 a.m. So, girl, we have the whole day in our fingertips. So Land in LAX. Guys, if you have never flown into LAX, this was my first time. And not my last, not my last. But flew into LAX, 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. Um, Congested, unorganized, too many fucking people, and I was so anxious and so uncomfortable. It was just it's unorganized. And not unorganized in the sense that it's hard to find things. It's hard for your brain to wrap around where the fuck you need to go. So, boom. We get off of the plane, we get on a shuttle, we get off the shuttle, we go down an escalator. After that escalator, we go down the hall. After that hall, we go down another escalator. We end up outside. Somehow, some way, somewhere in the will of God, we end up outside. So we had gotten a little rental car. So we're figuring out how we're going to get to the rental car. We had to get on some very Pacific bus. After we got on that bus, it was going to take us to the parking lot. We were going to find our car. So here are our four dumbasses, me, Abdian, his brother, and our good friend Kelly. Here's our four dumbasses outside looking for a bus that says budget parking. Budget parking. Okay? Whenever I tell you guys that, you would assume that it would say budget parking on the bus. Right? Right or wrong? Right or wrong? You guys let me know if I'm right or wrong. You would assume that a bus that they also provided a picture of that was white with green letters that say budget parking on the side would be showing up and picking our big fat Texan asses up and bringing us to the parking lot so we could get our car. You would assume that, right? No. No. So our dumbasses are just sitting there. Let me stop calling ourselves dumbasses because it's not our fucking fault, okay? So we're just standing there. Four lost bitches. How about that? Four lost bitches were just standing there looking for budget parking buses. Bus passes by, not a budget parking bus. Bus passes by, not a budget parking bus. So on, so forth, so on, so forth, so on, so forth. So we end up, in a way, not giving up, but taking a break. So we go inside because it's, guys, what a first time experience to be in Los Angeles, California, okay? Cold as fuck, raining the entire week. Horrible fucking experience, y'all. Where was the sunny Los Angeles, California that I see on the pictures? Where was it? So, already off to a bad start, guys. After we take our little break, we're looking at the picture again. We're all trying to figure out who's the dumbass, whether it's me being the dumbass, whether it's Brian, Abdian's brother, being the dumbass. Who's the dumbass in the situation? Because we have to find a way to point the blame at somebody. So it's nobody's fucking fault. And so we're just kind of standing there. We're literally just standing there looking for a budget parking spot. Eventually, after about 10, 15 minutes, Kelly looks up at a bus passing by. And would you believe it was a budget parking bus? Baby, we felt like we were looking for that for centuries. Okay? And whenever I told you guys, we were looking for that bus, like I said, a white bus, which was provided in a photo, a white bus that on the side said budget parking in green. That was not the bus that we in fact found. It was a fucking pink bus. And you know how on the top of the buses, there's usually like a screen that says where they're going to or where they're whatever the fuck. You know what I mean. That bus said budget parking on it. That bus also passed us about over a handful of times. And none of us thought until Kelly to look up at that screen and see that it said budget parking. Because I promise you, so many of those buses passed us and it could have been one of them. And we could have been on our way, okay? So we end up getting on, no. Kelly points at the bus and it takes us too long. So we have to sprint to the bus. Big old suitcase, little suitcase, the duffel bags on top, or no, the tote bags on top, just running down the sidewalk. All of us running down the sidewalk to get to this fucking bus. That bus was gone. Guys, that bus was fucking gone. So we end up getting to the bus. He tries yelling at us because it's not the right stop. And we were like, you're going to where we need to fucking go. What's the big deal? What is the big deal? Take us to where the fuck we need to go. You're our bus. You're our bus. And so, boom, we get onto the bus and we take off. We get to the parking lot and we get our car. No, before we get our car, let me fucking say, Adrian's brother is just, I hope he fucking watches this so he can see me talking shit about him. Adrian's brother is such a fucking liar. How big of a liar is he, Dylan? I'll let you know. So we get there. Boom. He points out, I don't know what the fuck it was. Some kind of car. I think it was like a Porsche. It was either a Porsche, a little Porsche Macan. It was another BMW SUV. It was something. He points out a Porsche Macan, BMW, whatever the fuck it was, and it's like, look, guys, this is what I ended up getting. We didn't get the white BMW that we were supposed to get. So we were like, okay, bitch, unlock it. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. Unlock it. Excuse me, y'all. I needed some of my go-go juice. So we're like, okay, bitch, unlock it. We don't care that you got us this. Cute, nice, thank you. Unlock the fucking car. We're cold. Not the fucking car. Not the car. He's just fucking lying. So we're like, go find the car. Because he says, I know where the car is. So we're like, okay, go find the car. So there he goes, running around the fucking parking lot, finding the car that he knew where it was. So he's running around, and I literally told Adrian and Kelly, I'm like, guys, y'all wait for him. He doesn't know where the fuck he's going. How much do you want to bet he doesn't know where the fuck he's going? So we're standing there, and then he gets a little too far, so we have to follow him. How fucking nice. Do you know that by the time we ended up finding this man, he was hopping a fucking fence into the employee parking? Into the employee parking. Hey, our car's not there. Our car's not there. So I'm like, okay, I fucking give up. I'm gonna go find the car. I'm gonna go find the fucking car. Do you guys know that it took me going down one parking lane, one lane, boom, found the fucking car. Boom, found the fucking car. It took me no time. I looked left, got a glimpse, and it was right fucking there. Holla fucking Luya. Hallelujah, the first stupid bitch out of the group did something right. So boom, we get to our little cute BMW car. We got an SUV because we're big ladies, except for Kelly. We're all big ladies except for Kelly. We all needed the space, and we had a lot of luggage. And do you guys know that not one bitch, not two bitches, not three bitches. We'll leave the boy out of this. But the three bitches out of the group all packed nothing but sunny summer warm fun clothes to wear. All went to a waste. Do you want to know why? Because like I just told you, it was cold and it was fucking raining the entire week that we were there, guys. So when I tell you guys, I ragged out my little gray ragged out my little gray Lululemon set that I had brought. I wore that not just Monday. No, I didn't wear it Monday. Didn't wear Monday. But I did wear it on Tuesday. And then I wore it on Wednesday. And then I wore it on Thursday. Hold on. Y'all want to believe something else? Then I wore it on Friday. I wore that fucking suit until the wheels fell off, y'all. I was on hubcaps by the time that we got back to Dallas Fort Worth. And so literally me and Adrian paid for check bags because we were like, oh my God, we have so many clothes. We have all these heels that we need to wear. The wig was packed in them. So we were like, we need all of this. We're in Los Angeles. We need to look cute. And so, nope, nobody fucking wore that. Well, I think I was the only one who really dressed kind of like cold-ish going there with my tracksuit because I mean it was sweats and it was a little zip up. It was a half zip, quarter zip, whatever the fuck they call it. So Adrian, Kelly, and Brian, we all end up going to the Grove in Beverly Hills, the real pretty, real nice mall. We all go to the Grove in Beverly Hills, and they end up having to go to Alo and go to H&M to buy tracksuits because that was literally what we were living in for the entire duration of the trip because of how fucking cold it was. Like, had we known that, I had literally told Adrian I could have packed what I was going to wear in my totes. So boom, Tuesday, we go to the mall, we get clothes. I go there with no fucking cleanser, have to buy a new cleanser. Literally did not buy anything in Los Angeles except for shit that I needed back home. So, boom, had to buy shit that was like unnecessary. Didn't get to buy anything cute. Everything's also fucking expensive, so I was not going to buy anything cute or designer vibes. So, boom, Grove, excuse me, Grove was so cute. The mall was so cute. Can I find my words? The Grove was so fucking pretty. It honestly reminded me kind of the Domain in Austin, if you guys have ever been. Reminded me a little bit of Domain. Reminded me honestly of like the streets gave me like Disney World vibes. If you think about it, it gives like Universal, Disneyland, Disney World. Like it was really giving that kind of vibe. Um, such a pretty freaking place. Such a pretty place. So boom, that was Tuesday. We end up at night going to this cute, cute. Oh no, before that, we ended up going to a lunch spot called Joe and the Juice. I thought it was so good. I thought it was so freaking good. Loved it. Me and Kelly got the same thing, and Kelly had tried something that Abdian and Brian had gotten. Like she had took a bite out of their food. She loved it way more than what we had gotten, but I liked it. I thought it was cute. It was cute. We end up going to this little restaurant called the Hideaway. So fucking good, guys. When I tell you guys, I have never had a salad better than the salad that I got there. Absolutely delicious. The chips and salsa was delicious. The espresso martini, not as good as this one right here, y'all, but it was really, really good. Um, we were in the land of celebrities, so every server, every customer, or not customer, every worker that we like ran into, we were asking them like what celebrities they've met up with, like who was a bad one, who was a good one. So would you guys believe it that our server said that he had been a server twice for Jennifer Lopez, and how do you call it, opposite to popular opinion or popular statements, he said that Jennifer Lopez was actually really, really nice. Would you guys believe that? I couldn't believe it because I've always heard that she was a cunt to people. I've always heard that she was a cunt to people. But he said that she was so good to work for. After that, rained, fucking rained. And how crazy. It'll be a kettle whistles later on. Let me save that. But it rained so much, guys. That's what I was gonna kind of allude to. Rained so much. We ended up, the rain kind of started dissipating. It went away. We ended up going to WeHo that night. And it was okay, to say the most. It was okay. Mind you, it was on a Tuesday. And like we were talking to one of the bartenders, he said that whenever it rains in Los Angeles, nobody goes out. Like they stay at home. So I was like, okay, so we really just got the shit end of the stick, y'all. So we end up going to this one. It was called Trunks. Whenever we went to Trunks, nobody was there. There was like just a small group of people that were there. But it was cute. It was we had gotten in good with the bartender. And well, while we were with him, we were just talking about reality TV with him. And we were asking him about the Real Housewives because obviously me and Abdian Good Judy are just obsessed with the Housewives. So he said he didn't watch the Housewives, but then we asked him about Traders. And would you guys believe it? Obviously, small fucking town, everybody has to know somebody. He knew Colton from the Traders. And Abdian had to give me one good slap on my knee because if you guys remember from a couple of episodes ago, I talked the most shit about Colton Underwood because I have an opinion about that man and I don't fucking like him. But Abdian gave me one good slap on the knee so that I would shut my fucking mouth. And he had just said that Colton was good people and that just he just loves Colton. And I was just like, right, right, baby. I don't like him, but you can love him all you want. Shits. So after Trunks, we go to this club, if you would like to call that, seeing what I'm about to tell you guys right now. We go to this club called the Motherlode. Now, if you guys obviously aren't familiar to these places, I'll give you a bit of a description. Motherlode, from what I had actually looked up back in the 80s, or more so even to present, Motherlode is supposed to be like a club for only men, like hairy men, that women aren't allowed, lesbians aren't allowed, femme women, drag queens are not allowed. Bitch, we went in there just fine. We went in there just fucking fine. So we walk in, everything was like a little bitty strip. It reminded me very much of 6th Street in Austin because everything was just, the clubs were long. Nothing was wide, everything was long. So we walk in, boom. Would you guys believe me when I tell you we walk into this club? Close your eyes, open your mind. We're walking. We're walking inside. We're feeling our oats. I'm in my blue suede little short track suit, bedazzled. Abion's in his cute little pink bodysuit, green skirt. Kelly's in her little Y 2K outfit. Brian dressed like a man. He's a fucking man. Okay, we won't get into his outfit. He's dressed like a man. So boom, there we go, walking in, walking, looking down at our toes, just feeling our oats. Would you guys believe me when I tell you we look up? We look up. There's a screen right there. Would you guys believe me? You got to because it fucking happened. And I can't because this is not that type of show. Would you guys believe me when I tell you that on that fucking screen of the TV there was a man in his well-earned 50s jacking off like some 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, whatever the fuck, some young boy, literally like on the screen, like on the 55-inch screen, just a man going to town on another man, just stroking his meat. And I was like, bitch, it had to have been no later than 12 a.m. I didn't know the afters started already. I didn't know the after started already. That's the shit you see in the afters. Whatever, boom. So we're all just giggling, hee hee ha ha. We get no fucking drinks there. We end up walking into like this curtained area. There was like a couple of go-go dancers in there. Seeing that there was porn on the fucking screen, I would have loved to see these men in nothing. Absolutely nothing. Boom, had Speedos on. Boo! Boo! Show us your dick. So, me and Good Judy are just standing there by the bar, by the DJ boy, whatever, whatever. Kelly tries taking a video of Brian just to show that there was porn playing. And would you know that this man went up to her and was like, "You can't record in here. If you record in here, like we're gonna have to kick you out. Sorry." What type of shady shit are y'all doing in here other than just showing men jacking meat? Cause whenever that episode, if you would want to call it that, whenever that episode ended, boom, another one came on and there was another boy getting jacked off. Another man getting jacked off. So we end up leaving. I got super uncomfortable. I'm not a porn person. It makes me uncomfortable, y'all. Believe me or not. I'm a whore, but I hate watching it, especially if it's not me. But got super uncomfortable, so I was like, y'all, let's skedaddle. Let's go somewhere else. So we end up going to this club that's right beside it called Beaches. And we had first started at Beaches, but we were like, okay, this is boring. Let's see what else there is. Girl, Beaches have the most fucking people in it. So we end up going back to square one. They're playing good music. There's cute little go-go dancers in there, but it just wasn't 100% the vibe. But so we end up staying because that's literally kind of like last option. And yeah, we just end up staying there. We tried running away and going to another club, but would you believe that? And this is something that the bartender told us at Trunks. He said that like not quite often, but like kind of often in West Hollywood, like the power goes out. Would you guys believe that we're trying to go to another club? Boom, the power goes out. The power fucking goes out. I think we were going back to Trunks. I think we were going back to Trunks and we look, there's no streetlights on, there's no businesses on. And so we were like, oh, bitch, the cable turned off. The cable turned off. And so we end up back at fucking Beaches for the third time. And we just ended up staying there a little bit, and then a little bit before closing, we went back to the what's it called? To the hotel. Once we're at the hotel, I'm not going to say who and I'm not going to be very specific because I don't need you guys knowing too much business and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, even though it might be my business too. So we get to the hotel room and somebody, maybe even me, was swapping on Tinder. Swapping right, swapping right, swapping left, swapping right, swapping left. Somebody swiping on Tinder and comes across an influencer. That somebody, maybe even me, swiped right. And would you believe that there was a match? So Whoever got that match started texting said influencer. Not gonna put anything out. I don't need anything getting too specific, and I don't need y'all finding out who, what, when, or how, because it might be my story, and I might have just signed an NDA and not have been able to tell y'all the full story. So, swiping left, swiping right on Tinder, get a match. Influencer ends up telling someone to go over. Somebody goes over, talks to the influencer. Influencer has the audacity to, through messages, be like, oh, I'm not really looking to like hook up or anything. I just kind of want to hang out. Girl, they all say that, don't they? They all say that. They all want you to think that they're just someone different. They're just not like the other ones, but they're a fucking whore, just like everyone else. So somebody, maybe even me, ends up going to their house, said influencer, and just hanging out, talking about normal stuff. And yeah, one thing leads to another, and there was a sex scene with said influencer. Yeah, one of us fucked an influencer or got fucked by an influencer. You'll never know. And so lived the story to tell for the next day because whenever that person came back, everybody was asleep. So yeah, maybe even I told my homegirls that I fucked somebody. So after that, what did we do on Wednesday? Wednesday, Good Judy had something going on. Good Judy had something for business over there, so Good Judy had to leave us. And me, Kelly, and Brian went and drove around. Where did we end up going to, guys? While Abdian was doing what he had to do, we had went to this little sandwich place. Gross, y'all. Gross. All of us, oh my gosh, guys, on the pictures, it looked fucking delicious. Even at the store, whenever people were getting their food, everything looked so good. But we all took a bite out of it and we were just like, hey, yuck. It was so fucking bad, guys. It was so bad. 30 fucking dollars down the drain. So after that, I think we went to a Walgreens because my Big Mama had to buy some dishes. Big Mama had to buy some dishes because Big Mama was planning on being a whore over there. So yeah, we went to a Walgreens. Kelly was sick, poor baby, so she had to get some medicine. And me and Kelly ended up just going back to the hotel. So after that, Adian had called us from having to do what he had to do. And then we just ended up all back together at the hotel. So we were kind of supposed to go out that night, but Kelly being sick, I'm just not a party person, guys. I was not feeling like going out. And then also in a way, like I know Kelly would sit here and be like, it doesn't matter, like you could have still went out. But I was like, my friend's sick. I'm just gonna stay with her. So ended up just staying. All of us ended up staying. Everyone fell asleep by like 9 p.m. 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Guys, we all knocked out. And then during this whole thing, somebody, maybe even me, matched with another influencer and was talking to them the entire trip. So boom, that happens Thursday. Notice how all of these days are flying into each other, guys, because our trip, not because of ourselves, but because of the weather, was so fucking boring. So fucking boring. We couldn't do shit. It was cold. It was wet. We couldn't do shit. So Thursday, what did we even do? We ended up driving around. Abdian and his brother went to Rodeo Drive. They had to buy some shits. And we ended up driving around looking at celebrities' houses. We had went and driven past Erica Jane's house from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We had driven past Bose's house from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then we had driven past Kathy Hilton and Jennifer Tilly's house as well. Oh yeah. And then we drove past Kylie Jenner's house too. Oh, and Diddy. We almost got stuck there, y'all, but we got out. So yeah, we ended up looking at those houses and then we came back. Well, while we were at the hotel, somebody, maybe even me, no, this one I can tell you guys. I met up with this man because this guy had texted me on Grindr. He texted me on Grindr. And he ended up coming and picking me up. And girl, we did that thing. Well, whenever I tell you, oh my gosh, guys, I went with a man who was 57 years old. and I didn't get paid for it. But he was hot. He was hot. He was a hot ass older man. So while I'm with him, the fuck we, while I'm with him, the prosty of the group, um, we are just driving around. He asked me what I was here for. I told him what I was here for. Told him how much I was loving LA. Told him that, guys, the traffic in LA is nothing compared to the traffic in Texas. And I mean that in a good way. Guys, there are no like major highways that you have to get on to get around town. Everyone is organized. The streets are kind of slow. Like, I think the majority of the time that we were driving, we were in like a 25 to 35 mile per hour zone. Like, everything was so like slow based. Um, but yeah, I was telling him that like it was so nice driving around here, like it's not stressful. And so he had asked me what we had did that day. So I told him, I was like, oh, like we went and drove around some celebrities' houses, whatever, whatever. And then I was like, I had told him a couple of the names and he didn't know who they were. So I was like, you don't know the Real Housewives? And he was like, oh, do I got a story for you? Guys, buckle up. This is the story time for the fucking episode. So this man, his name was Kyle. Okay, Kyle. So Kyle is a celebrity dog trainer. He is I guess some like a furniture designer from what I had gotten off of what he was telling me. So he has a little book made from himself. Kyle had told me that a long, long time ago, he actually, and if you watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills from the beginning, he actually was a dog trainer for Kim Richards and the psychotic pit bull that she had on that show. And I guys take this story time as my story time, but it's his story time because y'all, I'm gonna say everything that he told me. And I didn't sign an NDA for this one, so buckle up. So he told me that back in this was season 4, whenever I looked it up. Season 4, whenever Kim had a psychotic fucking dog, he was actually recommended by like I guess another friend, another celebrity to her to help see if she could fix. I think his name was Kingsley or something like that. To fix this fucking dog. Well, he had said that whenever he had gotten to her house, one crazy thing, she lived in Beverly Hills, but he had said that the house was where he had said that the actual house was in a completely different city. So he was like, most of their lives are like fake, like they don't even live where they say. Which some of the, I mean, we drove past Kathy Hilton's fucking house and Jennifer Tilly's house, so I know they live in Beverly Hills or they live in Bel Air. They live in Bel Air. Erika Jane, while she might not live in the Beverly Hills, and while Bose might not live in the Beverly Hills, they live in Beverly Hills nonetheless. They just don't live in the big old big caliber Beverly Hills. But he had said that she lived in some other place, might even be fucking Beverly Hills still. So he says that he goes to this person's house, Kim Richards. So he gets to the house and Kim's there. He meets up with like production. They tell him like what's going to be going on, how this is going to happen. And so he says that like while he's there talking to Kim about the dog, like one by one, people just start leaving. So the camera crew leaves, an assistant leaves, another an executive director leaves, so on and so forth. And then eventually it's just Kim and Eric. Or Kyle. Kyle. It's Eric. Or fuck. Eventually, y'all, it is Kim and Kyle alone in Kim's house. So he's kind of like weirded out. And he had said that like sporadically Kim would be like, oh, do you want some more water? Like, oh, do you need anything? Da, 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 and go to another room. And he had said that gradually Kim started getting more and more like disoriented. And he had said that he wasn't familiar with like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm playing with my fucking hair so much, it's pissing me off, god damn it. So he had said that he wasn't really like in the drug scene. He's never really noticed drugs firsthand, so he didn't know what was going on. But he later on found out that Kim was going to take Monty. If you had watched that show, Monty's pills that Monty's oh, I can't say that because he's passed, but Monty's silly self, she was taking his drugs that he was giving her and was going and getting drunk too. So he had said that more and more she was just getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Well, he had said that eventually he had asked her where the dog was tired. He had asked her continuously where the dog was, and she was not showing him the dog. So eventually, the dog shows his face, and he tells me that the dog is like trying to attack him. He ends up jumping on like a coffee table, or not a coffee table, like an island, trying to figure out how the fuck to get the dog away. He tells me that the Los Angeles Zoo constructed a gorilla chamber in her backyard, which, can I believe it or not? I'm going to believe it because we're in Los Angeles, California, and there's fucking celebrities there. Obviously, this might have happened, guys. But if this happened in good old Odessa, Texas, I wouldn't believe it as easily. But he had said that Los Angeles had funded a gorilla habitat for this fucking dog because of how goddamn crazy it was. And why would Bravo show that? Why would Bravo show that? That's tacky, and that makes it seem like Kim has a problem. Girl, they're in the spotlight. Why would they make themselves look bad? So he says that he ends up having to get like one of those little sticks with the string around it that you get the dogs on the neck. He ends up having to get that. He brings the dog into the habitat, and whenever that happens, they end up going back inside, and Kim is like out of her mind. Like, she goes up to this man and it's like, "Who sent you here? Like, you're a spy. I know you're a spy. Like, you're a fucking rat. XYZ, the ins and outs." And he's like, "What are you talking about? Like, I'm a fucking dog trainer. Like, look at my accolades, bitch. I'm a dog trainer." And he didn't say that, y'all, but I'm saying it. So he's just like, "Look up my name. Like, I promise you I'm not like fake. I promise you I am who I am, or like who they sent me to be." And she's just like, "You're a spy, you're a spy. Like, come here." She rips this man's shirt off, looking for, I guess, like a wire, a microphone, something like that. Which, even if she were to have found a microphone on him, he was literally there for the show. What if there was actually a fucking microphone on him? How stupid of her. But so she ends up ripping his shirt off. And he's just like, "Kim, like, you need to calm down, whatever, whatever." And like, as a respectful man, I know that we don't see them very much anymore, but as a respectful man, he didn't want to put his hands on her. Not only as a respectful man, but as a man who knew that he was in front of a celebrity and a story could get spun in their favor, was like, "Let me not touch this psychotic fucking woman, because who's to say that she's not going to go out to the news and say that me, Kyle, assaulted this woman, even though he was like fearing for his life?" And so I'm like, "Okay, okay, just taking in notes, taking in notes." Mind you, guys, I was with him so that we could fuck. And I'm just getting all this information. I was there to do a job. And I'm just getting all the fucking gossip. And guys, I was sitting there eating it up. I was sitting there eating it up. Because, bitch, this is my forte. This is my forte. Because look at where we're at right now. We're on the Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea podcast. Not crying over spilled tea. But so, yeah, he tells me that Kim ends up taking off his shirt, not taking off, but busting open the buttons. Um, and then one thing leads to another. They end up arguing some more, and somehow, some way, Kim is still paranoid that like he's not who he says he is. So she opens his pants, I guess, looking for a mic, looking for the sound box that they use for the mic. I don't know, guys. She's also on fucking drugs, so we don't know what the hell is going on in her mind. So she unbuttons his pants, and this man told me that when she unbuttons his pants, this is literally his words, she gave what you would expect a blowjob would be from a porn star. Kyle said that Kim Richards went down on this man and sucked his fucking dick. So I was like, "Oh my God." And guys, I know, even whenever I heard it, I was like, "Ain't no fucking way." But whenever you take into consideration that, I mean, he's in the land of celebrities, this could have happened. She's on drugs, this could have happened. It's Kim fucking Richards, this could have happened. There's many factors to come into where it's believable. But I mean, take it or not, this is what he says happened. So he said that, fuck y'all. He said that Kim gave him head and was so disoriented and discombobulated that she didn't even finish. She didn't even get his nut off, poor cow. But he ends up picking her up and is like taking her to her room. What a gentleman, y'all. So he takes her to her room, lays her in bed, whatever, whatever. I guess like, oh, that's one thing that I forgot to tell everyone, that she but busted open her button-up shirt and was like showing him her tits and was like, "Look at them! Like, don't they look fucking good? Like, they're so good. Like, they're natural." And so him being kind of like freaked out, like, "This bitch is hella drogada. Like, let me just like, yeah, they look real good. Like, they look real natural. Like, you wouldn't believe that they were done. Whatever, whatever." So because of that scenario that happened a while back, her clothes were unbuttoned. Well, while he's taking her to the room, he hits her head on the wall. And you know, whenever you like hit a baby's head or something like that, you're like, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So that wasn't what happened in his head. He was like, oh my God, I just fucking hit this lady's head. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Lock me away already. I'm going to jail. So she ends up like coming back to, and it's like, "Ow, like you hit my head," but like hella like quiet and drunk because she's disoriented. And so he was like, "I know, I'm sorry. You're okay, I promise." So yeah, buttons up her shirt, puts her in bed, and he leaves. Well, whenever he leaves, he calls the middle lady that was in between him and Kim, and it's like, "Why the fuck did all of you guys leave me?" And she was like, "We actually have a clause with Bravo that whenever Kim starts doing drugs and getting drunk, we all leave because it's some sort of liability for them, not even for Kim, for them." So yeah, he leaves, and very unfortunately, they were supposed to set up a time to meet up in order for this man Kyle to get the dog, because it was going to get put down because of how aggressive it was. He told me that this dog was so aggressive to the point where Kim Richards' hairstylist got her arm, like the bottom half of her arm, ripped off because of how crazy this dog was. So he was supposed to take the dog to a sanctuary. They never set up a time to take this dog to said sanctuary. And so the dog ended up getting put down. Well, not only did the dog get put down, Kyle never got paid for the how do you call it, like the work that he was doing trying to save the dog, who was so fucking crazy, bit the hairstylist, even bit Kyle's daughter Portia. So yeah, the dog gets put down, and he never gets paid. He talks to production said that he had to go through Kim. He talked to the middleman in between Kim, or no, he talked to Kim herself and was like, no, that has to be production. So there's just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, to where he ends up going to kind of like the gossip pages. And I'll even leave one right here that literally says his name. He goes to the gossip pages and pretty much tells them everything that's going on, because why would a celebrity want that in the news? Maybe seeing that this is happening, he'll get his fucking money. Nope. Fell on deaf ears. Fell on deaf ears. And he had told me that his last interaction with Kim was him saying a blowjob does not ebate or abate, one of the two. Use some big word, y'all. A blowjob does not constitute for an unpaid bill, meaning you suck my dick, but bitch, you owe me money still. He never got his money. I think he told me that it was like $10,000 to $15,000 that he was owed. Crazy. I know you and I alike would be fighting for 10 to 15,000 fucking dollars. But so yeah, he tells me that, girls, and he tells me also, because I was like, have you ever had like another bad experience with a celebrity? Would you guys believe? You know how I told you that he was a celebrity dog trainer. He also made furniture. He said that one of his worst clients that he actually had to refund the money of was Lucy Liu, who was in Kill Bill. He said that she was like racist. She fat shamed one of his workers, whatever. He ended up refunding her the money and told her to go somewhere else. Um, and then once that happened, I said, I gave him head. I gave him head, y'all. Gave him head. What? What an aesthetic. How do I say it? From the bottom to the fucking top, the whore made it from the Love's travel stop down the street on I-20 to the Beverly Hills parking garage, sucking dick, y'all. I sucked dick in a Beverly Hills parking garage, y'all, and I felt so good about it. You can judge me all you want. You can make me think that I'm the worst scum of the earth. Bitch, I sucked dick in a Beverly Hills parking lot. I feel like that's a pat on the back to myself, bitch. I made it out. So after I suck his dick, also, this is something I should have told him, like just to be stupid. because he said that that was one of the best blowjobs that he's ever got. I should have said, okay, so compare it to Kim Richards. Forgot to fucking do that. That was after the fact. But so after that, we're going back home. And mind you guys, he's just talking to me so much about women. He's talking about like hot girls. He's talking about fucking girls. And so I'm like, mind you, it was fucking raining. So this bitch, okay, I don't think I ever told you guys my alter ego for whenever I got this blonde wig on. The name for me, whenever this blonde wig on, is Cigaretta, okay? This right here, this 30-inch bust down is Cigaretta whenever I got the wig on, okay? So Cigaretta never clocked into Beverly Hills. Cigaretta never got to work. Cigaretta never got her time to shine while being in Beverly Hills, in the Hollywood Hills. And so I was black hair butch lady whenever I was with him. Um, and what I'm trying to insinuate is I looked like a man. I looked like a fucking man. I had a 5 o'clock shadow, short ass hair, no lashes, just lip filler and nails. Looked like a fucking man. So he was talking about women, and I was like, "You're talking so much about women. Like, what are you? What are you? Who are you?" And guys, let me give y'all an early kettle whistles because it's something that gets my kettle whistling, but sometimes we need them. Sometimes we need them. So I was like, okay, well, what are you? Because you're talking about girls a lot. You're talking about fucking girls, this, that, and the third. But I'm a boy. And so he was like, it's funny that you asked that because like I don't really like I don't like labels. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm in Los Angeles, California. Of course I don't fucking like labels. It's so goddamn progressive. Like people don't care about that stuff. They just want to do what they want to do and not have to explain themselves. And so I was like, well, you're talking about a lot about women, and there's not a woman in your passenger seat right now. So sometimes labels are a little bit needed. Like, what is this right here? What are you? Who are you? God damn it. And so he was like, "Well, back in my day, because like I told you guys, he was late 50s. I think he was like 57 years old. So he was like, back in my day, whenever you wanted to fuck around in your sexuality, you would say that you're open sexually." And I was like, "Okay, that don't mean shit to me because back in your day is not what today is. This is 2025. What the fuck? What are you? What are you? Are you gay? Are you gay? Are you straight? Are you bi? You can't be straight because I just sucked your dick. Are you pansexual? Like, are you any of those LGBTQIA plus?" And so he was like, I guess in modern terms, like you would call me bi. And I was like, okay, that's all I need. That's all I need. You don't have to explain shit else. That's all I fucking needed. And then he was like, but I like don't see myself fucking around. Da, da, da. And I was like, okay, cool. Like you don't gotta explain yourself anymore, baby. I just need to know what you were because you're talking so much about girls. So after that, we're almost to my hotel, and I end up just like wanting to be extra nosy, and I'm like, have you ever had to like sign an NDA? Like, if so, what for? Has it expired yet? If you can talk about it. Do you guys know that he has no fucking respect for an NDA because he had straight up told me like, oh yeah, I just signed an NDA for somebody. You know who? Rita Ora. Because like I told you guys, he was a celebrity dog trainer. He is watching Rita Ora's dog right now. He had told me that he had gotten recommended by somebody because she had a celebrity or a dog trainer, and this man got so obsessed with her to the point where like he was too dangerous to be around Rita Ora. I think they had to get like a restraining order on him or something like that. He said that whenever he was provided with Rita Ora's dog, he was also provided with like a binder. And while you would expect this binder to be like shot records, dietary restrictions, allergies, bedtimes, workout routines, something like that for the dog, do you guys know that this binder was filled with nothing but, and it's like so scary movie vibes, guys, and they didn't know about it as a thing, but it's cut out pictures of like the ex dog trainer and like photos of Rita Ora with her husband, and he would just like put his head on Rita Ora's husband. Or like AI is such a fucking disease right now. He would AI photos of him and Rita Ora together. And say Rita Ora and her husband went to Punta Cana for a vacation. He would put himself in the photo with Rita Ora instead of her husband and be like Rita Ora and I's trip to Punta Cana. So yeah, he was fucking psychotic, and I'm glad that they got rid of him because that's fucking scary as hell. But yeah, signed an NDA. Wasn't supposed to tell me, but fucking told me, and I'm telling you guys now that he was dog sitting for Rita Ora's dog. He said that he would dog sit for George Clooney's fucking pigs. I guess that man has pigs or some shit like that. Who else did he dog trade for? I think he said that he like dog traded for Frank Sinatra at one point, even though he's dead now. I guess he dog sat for him like before. And then I was like, okay, like what other celebrity encounters? Like, bitch, I was eating everything up that he was telling me. I honestly, I think one of the girls had asked me, like, did you talk about yourself? And I was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about myself. I wanted to know everything that he had to tell me about his life. His life is way more interesting than mine. What am I doing? Wearing 6-inch heels and a blonde wig at the Love's Travel Stop sucking dick in a truck where my homegirl is finding my location? I don't care. That's not cool. What celebrities have you fucked? What celebrities have you gotten into it with? What celebrities do you love? Do you hate? Would you want to marry? Tell me all of that. That's all that fucking matters. So he ends up telling me that he tried making furniture for, I think her name was like Rachel Crow, Cheryl Crow, some shit like that, some white lady. And well, he ended up making the furniture for her, and like while he's doing it, he had just told her like, you know who you really look like, you look familiar, like you look like somebody that I know. And she's like, oh yeah, who do you think I am? And then he was like, you look really familiar to, like, it was either Rachel or Cheryl Crow. And she looked him dead in the face and was like, I am. And like I guess she was pissed off that he didn't recognize her and literally walked out. Literally walked out and didn't finish business with him because she was that egotistical, like to where she couldn't she couldn't conceptualize somebody not knowing who the fuck she was. Y'all, and I might be like her. 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 So let me not talk too much shit. But while I am an F list celebrity, bitch, I like that. Be humble, be humble. But maybe whenever I'm gonna be an A list celebrity, I'm gonna be like, bitch, how the fuck do you not know who I am? I'm on your screen, bitch. So yeah, he said that she walked out of his store one time. Um, I think he said he either made furniture or he dog sat for The Rock. And that's all I can remember off of the tip of my tongue right now, y'all. I can't remember nothing else. But so yeah, I ended up meeting up with Kyle, and literally he still texts me to this day. So maybe he'll fly me out back to Los Angeles soon. So yeah, boom, that happens. And then Friday, the day that we're supposed to take off, we ended up going to Erewhon. Guys, guys, Erewhon, the shit. The shit. It was so fucking good. The Hailey Bieber smoothie, so fucking good. I want it over and over and over and over again. It was so fucking good. Guys, it was worth the $20. It was worth the $20. They had like a little, like they had kind of like a lunch line type of situation going on. Their breakfast, so good, guys. My breakfast was so good. Abdian's breakfast was so good. And I wanted to try Kelly's, but she was sick. So I didn't try it. Everything was so fucking good, guys. We tried David Dobrik's pizza. So fucking good, guys. And the cheapest meal that we had the entire time that we were there. David Dobrik's pizza was so not, it was like 20-ish dollars. Okay, guys, it was like 20-ish dollars, but like compared to like the $30-$40 tabs that we were having everywhere that we were going, it was a decent fucking price. Yeah, so fucking good. What else happened, y'all? I think that was it. Went on the Spirit flight, almost got in a fight coming back from Spirit because would you guys know that the plane lands in DFW? Here goes the accent again, y'all. We're back in Texas. Plane lands in DFW. I'm getting my overhead bag out of the thing that you got to shove down. Get my bag out of there. So I'm like, let me be a sweetheart. Let me get Brian's luggage out of there too. Brian packed the goddamn cow and a horse in his fucking luggage because when I tell you guys I couldn't pick that motherfucker up and get it out. So here I go. I'm pulling. I'm sorry, y'all hear my bracelets. I'm pulling. And I finally get it out. And guys, I couldn't just pull the handle and let it fall. I'm gonna break a fucking nail. So I tried pulling it from the wheel and the handle. And I swung. And would you guys, let me fix my robe real quick, y'all. I swung a little too hard. So I swung the fucking luggage. Would you guys believe that I swing this bitch into a man's fucking neck? I dead swung this bitch point blank into somebody's fucking neck. And oh my gosh, guys, if you haven't fucking seen it, I'm gonna put it right here. But have you guys ever seen the clip of whenever the little high school kids are like playing with each other? Someone throws a water bottle and it hits somebody in front of them, and they're like, "Ow, ow! Someone throw a water bottle at me." Here it is.
Ow! That wasn't me. That wasn't. What happened? I did not. What happened? Someone throw a water bottle.
Literally that. This man turns his neck. And so I'm like, obviously, I just fucking hit him. Let me be remorseful and sorry. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And so I feel like for the majority of us, I don't know if it's a Gen Z thing. I don't know if it's just a fucking normal human being thing. But if I were to have gotten clocked in my shit, I would have just been like, fuck. And then I would have been absolutely embarrassed and I wouldn't have wanted to cause a scene. I would have laughed about it with my friends. I would have just been absolutely embarrassed if that happened. Would you guys know that this man turned around and was like, ow, my neck? And so I was just like, literally, the second he did that, he gave me the ick so bad, guys, where I was just like, sorry, sorry. And so, like, because literally he lost my remorse the second he wanted to, like, make a fuss out of it. Like, bitch, you're on a fucking Spirit flight. You're standing in the middle of the fucking aisle. You're not grabbing a luggage. You're not grabbing a suitcase. You're not grabbing a duffel. You're not grabbing a backpack. You're just in the way. You're in the way. Sit down. The plane just landed. The doors ain't even open yet. Sit down. So, hit him in his shit. He's just like, ow, my neck. And so I was just like, okay. And so I turn around. This man is like going off the wall. Like, he's just like, ow, 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 my neck, ow. And so I'm like, oh my God, girl, sister, it's not that serious. It's not that fucking serious. So eyes are on us, and I'm just like, I just look like the crazy fucking Gage just swinging luggages at people's heads. And so we end up getting out. We go to the the fucking where you get your luggage, guys. Help me out. So we end up going and getting our luggage. And would you guys believe there's like a little glass, there's like a little glass window from where the carousel of your luggage comes, and then like there's the wall where like I guess people are coming through. And would you guys believe that I just see this man look at me and he's looking me dead in my shit and he's just like, and I was just like, oh my God, this can't be fucking real that he's really this like, I know I hit him in his shit. And I know that suitcase had to have been maybe like 20, 30, 40. It was a heavy fucking suitcase. I know that shit hurt. I know it, guys. You're doing too fucking much. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. He was doing too fucking much, guys. So boom. Baby Alexa picks us up in the mud. She picks us up in that Tahoe, and we shoot back home. Damn it! When I tell you we shoot back home, we get back home by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And boy, when I tell you, I fell asleep. Oh shit! Oh my gosh, guys! But nonetheless, I have always told Abdian. Let me fix my hair and sit back so I can get a little sentimental. I always told Abdian that my dream, my expectation of life, it ends whenever I get a home in Highland Park, which is, if you don't know, a really rich, really affluent, it's a fucking rich neighborhood in Dallas, guys. I mean, there's a shopping center there full of nothing but things that cost well over $5,000, guys. It is a very, very, very beautiful community, very beautiful city in Dallas. I fought tooth and nail and fingernail and foot nail and ass cheeks and everything with Abdian telling him that I would never, 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 never go anywhere else other than Highland Park. I loved it. It was my dream. After going to Los Angeles, after going to Beverly Hills, let me be more specific. After going to Beverly Hills this one time and having such a humongous culture shock, which is what that entire week was for me when it came to the scenery, when it came to the traffic, when it came to the individuals that we were walking around, everything, the homes, like landscaped properties. Bitch, when I tell you that you could literally just be walking down the street and the hedges beside your head to a random office building are manicured. The grass is green, the grass is cut. Everything, guys, absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. That was not what I envisioned whenever I thought of Beverly Hills. Obviously, I watched The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, bitch. I watched Beverly Hills Chihuahua, bitch. I watched any and everything Los Angeles, you know? I watched Selling Sunset. Oh, guys, I passed by their office too, the Oppenheim group. So cute. Um, but I never envisioned myself living there. I envisioned myself having to go there for work. I envisioned myself just spending time there. I never envisioned myself living there. After this trip, y'all, I need y'all to get Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea out of the Odessa, Texas area and into fucking Hollywood, guys, because I cannot end at Highland Park anymore. I have to be in Beverly Hills. I have to be in Beverly Hills. It was just too beautiful. Too beautiful. Obviously the opportunities are a lot more broad there, but God, bitch, I don't give a fuck about no opportunities. As long as Don't Cry Over Spilled Tea gets me there, I am just fine. Just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city, guys. Loved it. With all that being said, guys, let's talk some shit. Okay? So, last segment for today. I know we didn't have no add some heat, add some tea, add some, whatever the fuck. I know y'all just been sipping for over an hour probably. Now we're going to get the kettle back on the burner, start a new pot, and get our kettle whistling for the next segment. While I loved Beverly Hills so much, there were a few things that got my kettle whistling, okay? And I know that culture and lifestyle and everything that fits in that binder are a lot different from country to country, state to state, city to city, maybe even half of city to another half of a city, you know? Things change like that for any and everybody, okay? When I tell you guys I was not happier to come back to Odessa, to Texas, for the hospitality, for the strangers that talk to you, for the strangers that acknowledge you. Guys, Abdian had told us that he went to Hermes. He was in Hermes. He was doing whatever he was needing to do. And there was a girl that was just kind of like giving him a side eye. Just giving him a side eye. Not paying him no mind. Didn't give a fuck. I mean, we are also in an area. I mean, this kind of happened to us even in Highland Park. We're in an area with high profile, not even high profile individuals, bitches that got money. Bitches that got money. We're in a place where bitches got money and bitches got a big ego because they know they got money. And that's gonna be me soon too. But we are in an area where bitches got money, their shit don't fucking stink. Everything is roses, sunshines, rainbows, and golden roads in front of them. And so they're better than the regular average normal person, or maybe even just the person beside them. It don't even fucking matter if they're average and normal. So Abdian tries talking to a girl. She pays him no fucking mind. Abdian starts talking to his sales associate. She asks him where he's from. Abdian tells him, because y'all, we usually lie, but we were telling the truth this whole entire trip. Abdian tells her where he's from. We're from West Texas. We're from Odessa. She doesn't know where that's at. Abdian tells her we're from the oil field. And real quick, control. She said that she brought up Landman, or you brought up Landman. So okay, so she brings up, oh, is that where Landman was filmed? And so Abdian's like, yes. Would you believe that that's what got that stupid bitch whose card was declining beside Abdian in Hermes on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills? That got her attention. That got her attention, and not the 4 fucking declined transactions that were in front of her fucking face. That got her fucking attention. And then she wanted to acknowledge Abdian because then he had something that she wanted to ride off of, you know? Rude, rude, rude. First fucking person. Second person that I got into it with, Kelly was sick, y'all. She was sick as a fucking dog. She was just out of it. When I tell you guys, Kelly was so sick that baby couldn't even use her vocal cords to construct a word, if not a sentence. So that woman was typing shit in her notes and showing it to me. So we're at Erewhon, boom. We're ordering the stuff. I order Kelly her stuff. Kelly orders a drink, a chamomile tea, and a water. 3 things. 3 things. I order my drinks. So Kelly gets her drink. I ordered right after Kelly. Keep that in mind. Kelly gets her drink. Abdian gets her drink. Brian gets her drink. Her, whatever the fuck. I just realized I did that. They all get their drinks. Big Mama's just sitting there like a dumbass waiting for his 2 drinks because I got a Haley Beef Smooth and a chai tea latte with a shot of espresso and some coconut milk and some sugar-free sweetener. So my big fat stupid ass is just waiting there for a fucking drink for like 10 minutes. The girls leave. I was not expecting them to wait for me. Everybody leaves. They go find a table outside because it was busy, y'all. They all go outside, find a table to go start eating. I'm just standing there, y'all. I am just standing there like an idiot waiting for my fucking drinks. And so Kelly ends up, before everyone leaves, Kelly was missing a water. So I tell the girl who is paying us no mind because I'm like, hello, no answer. So I'm just like, hello. Let me grab y'all real quick. Hello, hello. Excuse me. Pay me no fucking mind, bitch. Pay me absolute dust. Pay me absolute dust, you guys. No answer. And then she looks at me. What? No discrimination because bitch, I love this aesthetic. Chola eyebrows, but not to the thinned, to the thick. Thick ass black chola cholisha eyebrows was paying all my Chicanas disrespect, bitch. Disrespect. Was paying all my Chicanas disrespect. Look at me. What? And so I'm like, I'm missing a drink. Hello. Hey, hi. Let me talk in a fucking Valley accent. Maybe that'll get her fucking attention. Hey, I'm missing a drink, babe. Yeah, like I'm missing a drink. Like you didn't give me a drink, babes. I'm just waiting on a drink. What's that? A water. I hope that's not too much to ask for, babe. Just the water. Just the water. Would you guys believe? Mind you, there's customers beside us, and she's talking to me like this. These customers are looking for me. I don't know if they're just looking to see if I was gonna cuss the bitch out. I don't know if they already knew about Big Mama for being hectic and messy. And so she was just like, a water? Like tap water? Absolute. Oh my gosh, guys. And so I was like, whatever you have, give me water. Give me water. I asked for what the order had water on it. If you would look at your screen, that had the Haley Beam Smooth, the hot chamomile tea. What was under the chamomile tea? A fucking water. Bitch. There's a fucking water underneath there. And so I'm like tap water? Yes. Yes, like tap water. I fucking want tap water, please. God! And that's probably why she made me wait 10, 15 minutes afterwards because, I gave her such a nasty face and nasty attitude whenever she said that. Because, bitch, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. What if I love tap water, but nobody else likes tap water, so I'm going to get judged for it? Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you. So, boom. I think Abdian ends up coming up to me and he's like, what are you waiting for? And I was like, bitch, my Haley Beef Smooth and my chai tea latte with a shot of espresso, coconut milk, and sugar-free sweetener. I'm waiting on both of them. And I said it loud enough so the bitch would fucking hear me. Rude ass little girl. And so pays me dust. I raised my voice an octave for no reason. Paid me dust, bitch. She did not look up at me. She just started making 16 more Haley Beaver smoothies. So we wait a couple more minutes there. And I'm just like, explain to me how it was Kelly. Kelly got her drinks. And then it was me. I was waiting on drinks. But Abdian ordered. His drinks were provided. Brian ordered. His drinks were provided. Where was this bitch? Like a tap water? Yes! Shit! So, ended up getting my Haley Babe Smooth. Fucking delicious. At least she knew how to do one good thing, make a Haley Babe Smooth. Probably put arsenic in it. Who fucking knows? I'm still alive. And my chai tea latte, guys. That was the best fucking chai tea latte I've ever had in my goddamn life. It was so fucking spicy. It was spicy, but it was just so perfect. Food was amazing, like I said. But yeah. Kettle whistles when bitches are opportunistic. Kettle whistles when customer service is mean. Hello? Customer service is mean. Hello? And my last kettle whistles for today, guys. Traffic. You know how that was like, what, maybe episode 1, episode 2? I'm bringing back traffic for the simple fact that, like I had said, traffic non-existent. And that's not to say that there weren't hella cars there, baby. There were so many cars in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills. There were so many cars. Everybody drove with order. Everybody drove with just enough pace. Nobody was speeding around. Nobody was going too slow. Everything fit like a glove, and people zippered in whenever they needed to zipper in. Everything was fucking perfect. Oh my gosh, guys, just remember something else. My kettle whistles when story time edition. So we're on Rodeo Drive. Boom. Close your eyes, open your mind. We're on Rodeo Drive. Me and Kelly stay back in the car while Brian and Abdian go shopping. So eventually, Brian and Abdian come back, and Abdian has a story to tell. Abdian lets us know that there was an individual, a woman. There was a woman walking. Whenever he looked in this woman's hand, guess what she was brandishing? She was brandishing a Birkin, a Hermes Birkin. So in your mind, you see a woman, you see a $25,000 Hermes Birkin bag in her hand. Ooh, she got to be driving a sports car. No, she has to drive an Escalator or a Navigator. No, she has to drive a Range Rover. No, G-Wagon. No. Get close to the screen, y'all. This girl with her $25,000 Birkin, she got into none of those cars that I named. And while you're thinking, oh, maybe a Rolls Royce, maybe a Bentley, Aston Martin, no. This woman with a $25,000 Hermes Birkin bag got in a Honda. And to this I say this, my kettle whistles when, if you're going to fake it until you make it, fake it realistically or don't fake it at all. If you thought it was a smart idea, period. No, comma. If you thought, ... it was a smart idea, comma, to get a fake bag, ... but you drive a caps Honda, you need to get some sort of Gucci. Maybe some sort of Gucci. And that was me looking for the cheapest fucking designer thing that you could get. Baby, if you were, wait, was it a new Honda or an old Honda? It was new. Okay, Gucci will be fine. Gucci will be fine. A Gucci bag, a YSL bag, a small YSL bag, a small YSL bag, maybe a small Louis. Baby, if you're going to fake it or make it, you need to get a fake one of those. A fake one of those. I mean, my Goyard was $3,500. You could very thin line pass with a Goyard bag. Very thin line. By the way, we know your name, not your story, okay? I had the funds. I just had a paid off car, baby. That Honda was paid. $3,500 bag in it, it was paid. Okay? I also didn't pay for the car. My parents paid for it. $3,500 paid. You need to have not you need to, but if you are driving a car like a Honda, if you are driving an economy car, you should have a purse that is no more than $3,000 to $4,000. How is your purse more than the down payment that you put down on that economy car? And that is in no shade to the economy car drivers. This is all tea. Bitch, I came out of a Honda Accord. Hello. I came out of a Honda Accord and now I'm in. Hello. This one's more believable than this one. Okay? But you cannot be in a Honda car vehicle brandishing a 25. You cannot be in a car that costs more, slightly more, if not the same as the bag that you are brandishing. Okay? You cannot do that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys. You need to be in a Coach. You need to be in a Michael Kors bag. You need to be in a Steve Madden. You got to even it out. That car goes with this demographic. And that is not me being shady. That is me being realistic. And especially considering that that bag was probably fake, but it is fucked up to make assumptions because it makes an ass out of you. Just make your lies believable, guys. Just make your lies believable. And with that being said, next episode, get ready for that story time because when I tell you to make your lies believable, my lies weren't that believable, but everyone believed them. Okay, guys? I hope you had fun hearing about my story in LA. I hope you had the biggest ball with Kyle's story of all the celebrities that he interacted with. I hope you're happy to see me again on your screen. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into our nightcap. Follow me on all social medias. I am Dylan Sotelo. Everything is going to be listed down below. Okay. If you have any stories that you want on Let's Add Some Honey, go ahead and send them in. Whether you want it to be anonymous or not, I'm the only one that's going to know your name. And baby, I'm not telling your secrets. Okay. If you want to print up a fake little NDA so that I'll sign it to give you better peace of mind, I'm not like Kyle, y'all. I don't spill NDAs. Okay. So please, please, please submit your stories. I'd love to give you guys advice. If not advice, just you just want to if you just have a funny story that you want me to know, okay? Go ahead and put them all in. And with all that being said, everything on here was alleged. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the middleman. And last but not least, don't cry over spilled tea. Bye, guys.